Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. And I rise to speak in this debate, and I do with great pride. Pride in particular in my city, in Peterborough, but also pride with some of the things that this government have achieved and this government are doing to combat some of these issues mentioned in this motion. For example, the 500 million Household Support Fund, which is going to provide food and utilities and essentials to some of the most vulnerable in our society. The 110 billion, and I repeat that amount again, 110 billion on welfare spend that this government spends each and every year. Increasing the value of Healthy Start food vouchers and 220 million in our holiday activities and food programme for disadvantaged children, helping vulnerable families. And of course, this government's commitment to ending hunger by 2030. These are all very positive things. But most of all, Mr Deputy Speaker, the thing that I'm most proud of is the £1,000 tax cuts for up to millions of working families on low incomes through our cut to the universal credit taper rate from 63p to 55p. Many of my constituents on universal credit are working, Mr Deputy Speaker, and this is going to come as a great reward to many of those people to take more of their own money, and it's going to combat some of the issues that this motion identifies. And I do hate the party political posturing we've kind of seen in this debate. But you know something, it is worth noting that no Labour government, not one, has ever left office with unemployment lower than it was when they came to power. That is a fact, Mr Deputy Speaker. And it's businesses and the private sector that create the jobs that alleviate poverty in this country. And to members opposite, business is the enemy. What's reality is that the Labour Party are a job-destroying party. That is the reality, Mr Deputy Speaker. But the reason I'm proud to speak in this debate, as I've mentioned, is how proud I am of the people of Peterborough and what they've done to combat food poverty and hunger in my constituency. I spend a lot of my time, and I would recommend that honourable members from all sides do much more of this. Go out in my time talking to my people in my city, the people I call Peterborough heroes. These are ordinary, everyday people doing extraordinary things for their communities, and they are my Peterborough heroes. Heroes like Coco Fowler from Food for Naught. He has helped thousands of vulnerable people by distributing food to food banks and community fridges and across my city. He was recognised by my right honourable friend and awarded by my right honourable friend, the Prime Minister, in the Points of Lights Award and recognised as an outstanding UK volunteer. Heroes like Cowell and Giles from the Millfield Community Fridge at the Open Door Baptist Church. I met these heroes when I spent a morning working with them and other heroes, meeting people, volunteering in the community fridge. Heroes like Erin Turney from the Thorney Food Bank, a village, and there's lots, as has been mentioned, there is hidden poverty quite often in our rural areas. This is a village, and her selflessness and running a food bank and supporting the most vulnerable in her village and in her community makes me proud of her and proud of her efforts. Zilla Hussain of the Zai Foundation, pub manager Colin Wilson giving out 200 meals a week, Ronnie Chowdhury of the Bombay Brasserie, Sisa Mansour from Zishan Mansour from Big Mouth, Takia Tariq from Risk Peri Peri, all do wonderful work promoting and giving out free meals to those who are vulnerable in my city. It's worth mentioning these people because they work day in, day out. The Children of Adam, Unite for Humanity, the Westwood Community Cafe, the Peterborough Food Bank based at Fengate. They make me proud of my city. These people, Mr Deputy Speaker, are our heroes and are my heroes. Even on Saturday, when in Gunthorpe I was knocking on doors in my constituency, I was grabbed and spotted by Ken Pullen as I was passing the Open Door Centre community shop. He dragged me in, and there I met Ken, Maggie, Polly and Dave, some of the kindest people you would ever meet, working to alleviate or to help those struggling in my city. These, Mr Deputy Speaker, are all examples of a caring city, and this debate has given me the opportunity to thank them once again for everything that they do.